right, hello, I am back, and today we are going to work with Stikwood. This is my first time using it, so I don't really know how it is going to work. It didn't come with any directions. Just a little word to the wise, if you do go to the Stikwood website and order their product, that's my dog coming in and out, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get, and that's what the website actually says. I think it says 4 to 6 weeks, but I think this actually took a lot longer than that. I think it's closer to 8 or 9 weeks. So I kept thinking that, I wasn't going to get it, and I kept forgetting about that. I ordered it, but it actually got, maybe these are the directions right here on the front of the box. Let me see. I always like to read the directions first, just so I can disregard them, be like I didn't need them. No, this is just the packing slip, so nope, no directions. So, as you can see, what I have done is, this is what they call the mud room. I'm not sure why it's called the mud room. It's basically just an open laundry room in my house that was built in like the 1930s. So, that's why, I guess it's called the mud room. I went ahead, so basically what has happened is, there was a leak at some point, and it actually made a little hole in the ceiling. And you might be like, why aren't you getting the leak fixed? Because I don't think it was really. Yeah. I bought this headset from Amazon, and as you can see, it doesn't work. I think it was close to $100. I didn't get the low level one. I got this higher level, but as you can see, it doesn't really work. Sorry about the sound quality. Anyway, there was a leak. There ended up being sort of the ceiling kind of broke away, and there's a hole. You'll see when I expose it to put the Stikwood actually on. But I think it's just because this house was flipped, and maybe they didn't use like good material. So using like contractor material, and a lot of times that's low quality, so you don't always get the best stuff. That being said, I wanted to try Stikwood. I saw an ad for it, and I saw an advertisement for it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. So I did order some of the samples. You can order a sample pack, and I actually put the sample pack on the ceiling, and when I pulled the sample off, it actually pulled the paint off, pulled the ceiling, part of the ceiling off, so whatever's in the stuff that makes it stick. It sticks really hard, so you can't really make a mistake. I know in my other video, and I usually always say don't panic. I think if you mis-stick something on with the Stikwood, probably panic, because one, you're going to lose the actual wood itself, and I ordered the whitewashed, distressed whitewash style. You're going to lose the piece of wood. You might lose part of the wall or ceiling that you stuck it on, depending on what the quality of the material is. So you can see it comes in different sizes. It doesn't allow you to order exactly what you need, so you have to basically order up, which kind of runs the price up. This stuff is pretty expensive, so I'm curious to see how it's really going to work and how it's really going to look. It looks good in the ads. I don't know if it's going to look good in person. So, that being said, it comes, as you can see, it comes in little strips, big strips. The strip broke, which was fine because I actually had to cut a strip to fit into a little awkward corner right there. So, you want to make sure that when you start to work with it, I used a little hacksaw. I only had to cut one piece. If you need to cut more than one piece, I would suggest getting like an electric saw. I have a little handheld electric saw, but there was no need to get that out for one little piece, and it cut pretty quickly with the hacksaw. Also, make sure you have a ruler handy, a pencil, so you can measure off what you need, and painter's tape. So as you can see, I tried to stick it up there with painter's tape just so I could get a sense of, how it was going to fit, if it was going to fit all the way, how many odd pieces I needed to cut. It ended up being just one odd piece. So, all that being said, I think we are, and again, going back to a comment I made in another video, prep work is usually the hardest and longest part of it. And to actually get to whatever you're doing, it goes pretty quickly. So, without further ado, I'm a little nervous because, again, I know this stuff sticks really weird, and this is in a really awkward spot. So basically what I pulled a pillow. It kind of beats my knees up when I crawl up onto the dryer, so the washer and dryer. I'm kind of be my step stool for this because I'm really lazy and I'm not going to do this just to put up some Stikwood. So I'm going to work around the washer dryer. I did move most of the stuff, but I left all the stuff on the upper shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, you can see how much extra wood I had to order to get what I needed to do this little space here. So I don't know. I don't really know what I could do with this extra wood, but I guess have them as extra pieces in case this falls down or something, because it takes a lot to cover kind of a small surface area. Even if it looks like a small surface area, you need to make sure you order enough wood to cover it. So again, I have already pretty much measured these out. And I'm just going to go from back to front because I think that's the best way to do it. And just hope to God that it works. I feel like something's probably going to go wrong, but I guess we'll see. They claim it's easy to work with. We're getting ready to find out. Oh, this piece actually broke. As you can see, I now have a broken piece of Stikwood. That's lovely. I've already measured it out, so I'm going to stick with it and go ahead and put it up anyway. Okay, so taking off the strip. I kind of, like I said, I ordered samples and tried to work with it, and it was pretty easy to work with. This one seems a little harder. Maybe the samples are easier to start on the other side. So it's just like anything that with a sticky thing, it has a little strip. Pull it off the adhesive. It's not coming off all that easy. Well. There we go. All right, got it off. Okay. Stick it up. Ah, fuck. Sorry. Yeah, so you better pretty much make sure you get it on the first stick. Be really careful with your first stick. Oh, shit. Okay, so now I'm going to have to put this broken piece back on. Luckily, this broken piece has an adhesive strip. This is going to be tricky because can't get it right. It's like putting the puzzle together and it's going to automatically glue with super glue. Imagine trying to do that. Maybe I shouldn't have used the broken piece, but already done. Already done. We'll see what happens. Can't get the adhesive thing off of the backing. Huh. Well, it's not coming off. You know, maybe it's the samples are less sticky than the actual. Alright, so let's launch. Make sure the tape's out of the way. That's how this goes. Fuck! Yeah, right there. So I'm going to line it up before I push it to the ceiling. Now I'm going to push it up. Push. Alright, there it is. Stick, stick, stick. Alright, well that stuck pretty good. That's pretty stuck. There are little pieces coming off. See, you got a little, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but this little flap is kind of hanging off. I don't know if that's a woodsy look or what, but I guess we'll see. Here's a little piece that I cut with the hacksaw to go in this little corner right here. And it looks like it's not going to. I'm going to have to actually cut more off. Alright. Looks like I didn't actually. I cut enough off there, so I'll have to sand that down or shave it. I'll put that over to the side for now and go ahead and do this next piece. So you can see that just to measure out, I painter taped it all up. The stickwood is very, very, very light. Just it's like almost like a piece of paper. I mean, it's a little heavier than a piece of paper, but just think of like heavy bonded paper. So this one, actually I'm lucky here because the cabinet has a little bit of space between the top of the cabinet and the ceiling, so I can actually tuck it up in there. So I don't actually have to cut off the edges to make it fit. Okay. Again, we gotta pull off the strips. Yeah, so in my last video, I have some classical music playing here. In my last video, I was just listening to one of my playlists because I enjoy the music that I like. And I had a guilty pleasure song in there, Sexy Bitch. And apparently the record label that produced that has it on lockdown for whatever reason. It's the only song on that playlist, and it's not by far the most popular or best song on that playlist. They don't let anybody use it, so I guess they think that it's high quality. So I'm a little irritated by that. So now we're just listening to Amazon classical music. So yeah, this sticky stuff is like you gotta be careful with it. Once it sticks, it's stuck. All right, there we go. We got the first ball in. Very good, very good. All right. Plus, I have all this. As you can see, I have this tape falling down all over me. So now we're going to do the next piece. Going on to the next one. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead and pull the sticky thing off. Yeah, I don't know why they think Sexy Bitch is so special. I mean, I had some Johnny Cash on there, some 3-6 Mafia, T.I. Didn't have a problem with any of those songs. Said you couldn't monetize it, which I'm not trying to do anyway. But it also, it's Sexy Bitch, like you can't use it. So I have like a 2-hour video hanging in mural that I'm going to have to figure out how to pull that song out. Okay. Yeah, so far the hardest part seems to be getting the backing off the stick. Alright, so I'm going to line it up to that one, line it up to the shelf. Fuck. Shit. Alright, here we go. Alright. Oh, and that's where the hole is. You can't really see. Pull this down. You can see it here. This is where the hole happened. And again, I blame that on cheap ceiling by whatever contractor flipped the house a couple buyers before we bought it. That's just the way it works. Nobody likes quality. So, if you're in a house that's been flipped and it's been kind of cheaply done, maybe Stikwood's for you. That's the way I looked at it. It's like, all right. Of course, it's really not that cheap. This ended up, I can't remember how much this was. I think it was almost $300 for this small little surface area. So that's not really cheap. I actually bought some wood to paint, and I was going to just kind of nail it up. But then I kind of ran out of time and prep it and all that. So I was like, I'll try Stikwood. I'll see how this works. The verdict is still out. So far, so good, though. again, I was hoping to have this up before Christmas, or ordered it sometime early December. It just came this week, and it's actually January 19th. You can see how long it actually took for it to come. Line it up, line it up, line it up. Don't stick, don't stick, don't stick. Line it up. It's just stuck. It just stuck. Because it sucks. There we go. All right. No. Go back. Oh my God. Seriously? So they don't really fit together all that. They don't really fit firmly together. So it looks like there's some space there. So yeah, whatever. Maybe I caused it. Maybe the Stikwood caused it, but maybe it's going to have like a rustic effect. So again, it's up there. It's done. Nothing I can do about it now. Yeah, a lot of waste with the painter tape. So this is a longer piece. And another thing I noticed, oh, this is real long. Actually, I need to do this other piece first. Hold on a minute. So because I have different cabinets going on, I need to do this one first. All right, that goes there. Then we'll put it there. So I'll do. Okay. I need some tape. Take this piece. Fasten it up. Luckily, this stuff's really light, so let's see if that holds it up for what I need it to do. So this piece right here, you probably can't see it right now, but it's actually a little curved. There's like a little bit concave or whatever, but this one's a little curved too. So I noticed that the samples came that way as well. So they're not really flat. So maybe after a time the sticker kind of pulls them up and flattens them out, but I don't really know. We're getting ready to find out. This stuff's hard to get off. I'm trying not to. You can see the whole stick thing coming up off the wood. It's kind of irritating. Like I said, I don't remember it being this far on the samples, but maybe it was. Because I had done just one sample. I used the sample for coloring, honestly. So let's see, that goes. We're gonna line it up. All right. Here we go. I didn't get it all the way over to the wall. It's stuck. It's stuck. Yeah, you can't make a mistake. This does not forgive mistakes. We're gonna keep going. We are gonna keep going because whatever. I'll see how it looks. If it looks really terrible, I'll rip it down and stick another. Actually, oh, that piece is almost. So actually, we're going to see what happens when I rip it down. We're gonna do a rip down. All right, here we go, folks. Oh shit! the ceiling down. Oh, well, here's the stick. All right. All right, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. We'll try again. We will try again. Okay, actually, this is tricky. That one. Okay. Let's just do the big piece. No, I don't want to do the big piece first. I gotta think about this for a second. So I just want to make sure it lines up, because this is that sort of odd piece. And this one is actually, I have another one this size. No, that goes next. Let's try this one. All right. This one's probably too short. Yep, short. What about so this and this? This and that. There we go. All right, there we go. That's what we can do. All right, we can do that and that. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's go ahead. Need a piece of tape. Lucky thing about painter's tape, it's just versatile. You can kind of wiggle it around and all that good stuff. Actually, it looks kind of empty behind here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little piece, and I'm gonna hook it into this corner right here. And my computer went off. Why did my computer go off? I'm probably not even filming. Lots of difficulties. Hey, hon. Can you come see why my computer's off? My husband is my tech support. This one's going to be a little tricky because I got to kind of shove it up above the cabinet. So, in case you're wondering, I painted these cabinets. I can't remember what color they were when we first moved in. They were either brown or white. I don't know. They looked yucky. So this is that farmhouse paint, and I can't remember what color it is. Like a light blue, and then sort of distress it and put all the stuff over it. So yeah, that's what that is. So I like to do lots of different do-it-yourself projects because, I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun to make your house your own, putting your own stamp on it. And if I do it wrong or I'm not good at it, then I just try it again or try something else. Yeah, it was actually, the screen was black a second ago. Oh, okay. My computer was asleep. So, yeah, I actually made my own whitewash. Looked up the historic recipe for whitewash. I can't remember what, let's see. Had lime and water, and lime is actually hard to find, like whitewash quality lime, so I had to order it from Texas, so that was shipped over to me, and it came on a big pallet just for a couple of bags of lime. And then, strangely, it also called for molasses and salt. So that's how you make whitewash. You just stir it up, and then you put it in a dark, cool place for like 48 hours, and then you can start using it. And I brushed it on brick by brick with a brush, every single brick on the house. It actually goes pretty fast because if you want a distressed look, then basically, oh, that went up nicely. See, stuck right on. you want the distressed look, you don't completely cover the brick. You just kind of, swash it over. But the squirrels love it. So squirrels now come up to our windows, and they're always licking the window seals and licking the house, which is kind of bizarre, but I guess it's because there's actually molasses and salt, so I guess it's sweet and salty. I don't know how healthy that is for the squirrel, but that's what they do. Now you can see this piece is a wee bit curved, but so far so good. This is all going on pretty easy. I'm pretty happy with the way this is going. Again, I'm sort of having a hard time getting the backing off, but once you get it going, it comes right off, as you can see. Alright, so So I didn't get it exactly piece to piece. There's a little bit of a space. It's a wee bit of space, but maybe that gives it sort of a rough look, like I said. I'm not too happy with that. But it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to put it. Okay, so. Alright. So this one actually fell off. The painter's tape didn't hold. It's a bad thing about painter's tape. It's weak, but I guess it's supposed to be, so you don't pull all the stuff off your walls. So, alright, that goes there. So we're going to actually have to move this over. I mean, as you can see, this is actually going fairly quickly. I probably wouldn't buy a whole wall, like a large wall for this, only because, again, it was really expensive. I think it's probably better to buy like cheap fence wood or something like that, like for picket fences. I mean, it's going to be a little thicker than this, but I think it's a lot cheaper. And you can paint it whatever color you want and distress it. Because again, this was not cheap. This is not. All right. Okay, so I was concerned that I got the tape, but it's all good. It's fine. So yeah. I guess the good thing is about having all the extra pieces of wood. Falling down on me. Is that you have extra pieces, you can rip it down and put up a different piece. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, this piece, it looks different. Stressing is a lot different. The quality of wood is different. I'm still going to use it because I like things to have, a unique look. I don't want it to be completely uniform, so I don't have a problem with that. It also looks like it's not incredibly even. It looks like a little crooked and kind of thins as it goes down, or it gets a little skinnier, but that's okay too. I think when things aren't perfect, they're easier to work on because errors are already kind of built in, and it makes imperfections like part of the overall effect and not like a problem. This piece of wood, I can feel it. It's gonna break too, or it's close to splitting. So I'm gonna try to be careful. Fuck! Alright. This guy needs to wait his turn. You just have to wait there, Mr. Stick. I was kind of afraid it was one I'd already stuck up, but it was just one waiting. Alright, I can't get these peelies off. Oh shit. It's pulling off the whole sticky thing. Alright. There it comes. Ready? No? I do bite my nails, so it's possible that maybe if you have longer fingernails, it's not so bad. Alright, so I want to move over to the washer, which has a sort of a glass top, so I can't really put weight on it, so I have to be careful. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, here we go. Alright, there's a bigger space there than I would like, but it is what it is. I guess if I have the spaces, then if I get out here to the outside, and I'm hoping that I don't have to shave any of the wood off. Even though it's easy, I don't really want to do it because I'm lazy and I prefer everything just to kind of work in one fell swoop. Pushing that up, seems to be stuck pretty good. Okay, moving on to the next piece. These came off a little easier on this one. Maybe it's a bit too soon. Maybe it's a bit too soon. Stupid. Try to move this side. There it is. Okay. Right. Ah! Just make sure if you have the paint up the painter's tape up there, that you move it so it doesn't get stuck up under the wood. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Very good. Very good. Guess. All right. As you can see, I have another. Ooh, that's a big gap right there. Well, I guess you'll be able to see whether or not you want to make gaps or no from looking at whatever I do. This is again an awkward area because of the washer dryer that I have no intention of moving. I guess I could have just patched the hole in the roof and painted over it. That might have been easier. I didn't actually think about that until just now. I was kind of hell bent on getting the stickwood. And I'm having a hard time getting this. Like I said, I think the backing, getting the backing off seems to be the hardest part so far. Maybe having a pair of tweezers handy might be the way to do it. There it is. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. Try not to let it stick. off it. Ah, come on. Alright, this is not cool. It kind of went crooked here, and I can't. Huh. This is not good. Alright. It's broken. Yeah, it's not forgiving at all. At all. That's it. Yeah, so don't screw up. Oh, you can see that it actually pulled part of the ceiling off. Let me see. Oh my god. It pulled a lot of the ceiling off and it's now stuck up under there. Alright, let me see. Okay. So yeah, you can see that it actually pulled. It pulled the ceiling off. Yeah, lovely. So, don't fuck it up is the moral of this tale. Let me see. I'm not sure how to wrench that out of there. Might not be able to. I'll try a butter knife. Butter knives are good tools. I have used a butter knife as a screwdriver, a butter knife. God knows what else. Yeah, that's. Let's see if I have this. Does that make it? Alright, so I got that part out. Let's see if I can wrench this part out. Alright. I don't know. I didn't wrench it out, but I actually just drove it back. So when somebody actually tears these cabinets out, I'm going to be like, what the hell is this? It's a piece of stickwood. Alright, let's see. Alright, now I get to find a companion piece that will fit. Let's see what we got. Let's see if this one will do. I think this one might do. Barely might do. This is going to be a tight fit. If I screw this one up, this might be a problem only because I've already torn off part of the ceiling. I don't know how much more of the ceiling I can actually tear off. I think the best videos are ones with mistakes and, running into problems because, I don't know, nothing really goes as smoothly as you expect it to go. Again, I guess it's good to have extra pieces and not just the exact amount you need for the project. Maybe Stikwood was ahead of me there. With the way they sell their Stikwood. Alright, so I'm a little nervous now. Alright, well, fuck. And I fucked this one up too. God damn it. Alright, this is. Why is it doing that? Alright, well, there we go. There. Alright, actually, I think that I can salvage this. Maybe. We'll see. We're going to see. Probably not. So, I don't really know what the problem is. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, there we go. There we go. Salvaged it. Mark that as a win. Here's the broken stickwood. Kind of start pushing this down to the ground because it's a little distracting. We have a lot of stickwood floating around. I think this one goes here. Did I intend that? Yeah, those are the two pieces intended for there. So actually, what sucks here is there's that tape right there. So you can, hey, let's see if I can cut it out. Or shove it in. Yeah, you can just kind of shove it in. So the tape that kind of pulled off is still usable, but it's kind of hanging out here. But you can't see. Shoved it in. Again with the butter knife. Butter knives, good tools. Alright, so now, which has been making it difficult, is working off of the dryer. So maybe. So what I need to do now is, because I only have 2 more rows to put on, and I want to make sure that, you know, I don't have to have like a little smarty cut piece at the end. So actually that one goes there. Let's see. Actually, that's almost a perfect fit. So. Huh. Alright, so I'm going to put, I'm almost tempted to put this one on, or put that on. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is, just so I can line up this middle piece and ensure that I get to the edge of the project without needing to cut the wood or sand it off or anything like that, I'm going to put the outside piece on first. You see how that works? So I'm not a very patient person and lose interest in things really quick. So this is not bad to work with. I mean, I've not really had any major issues dealing with it. And it's been pretty easy to put up. Put on that outside piece. Actually, I didn't. Okay, let's see what we got. I think this one was intended to go here. I don't remember. So now I got a bunch of rogue pieces. So that one can go there, actually. And let's see if I have a. I don't know exactly. Kind of meh. Got some weird size pieces going on now. I guess without breaking that piece didn't serve me too well. So let me see how I can use these different pieces so I don't have to measure out more pieces, because I really don't want to do that. Okay. So I have this really super long piece. Could be that I just have to cut this one in two. I don't know. So I did that. Too long. The little short guy here. Alright, long, short. That looks pretty decent. So let's try that. And then, always more than one way to skin a cat. I don't actually skin cats. Probably nobody should skin a cat. Sounds like a terrible thing to do. People that skin cats should probably be skinned. Maybe that's me. More than one way to skin a cat skinner. How about that? Because if you know me, you know that I am an animal lover. Okay, so put that puppy right up there, and we'll do this piece right here. I don't know. It's not going to go in because of that stupid other one that broke. Alright. Not cool, so. Okay. Oh. Well, I mean, I don't really. I can actually need to get over there. I need to wrench that road piece away that fell. It's blocking. It's making mayhem for me. There it is. There we go. Let's see if that worked. Nope. It might just be tight. It might be tight because it's tall. So, let's see. Maybe we can finagle 3 pieces here. I don't know. That one's too short. This one is also. Well, that one. Well, now you can see why you really can't break any if you've measured them out. I've pre-measured it. This one and this one and this one. This one and this one. These are some weird sounds. I'm going to end up needing to probably cut one of them. Oh, there we go. Alright. There we go. You just keep Tetrising it and eventually you can make it work. So the front part's kind of going to suck because I'm probably going to have to cut it. Okay. There we go. Ta-da. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, look at that. I'm going to pro at pulling these off. And maybe I just didn't have a technique to begin with. Alright, this one's going to be a little tricky. Little tricky, little tricky. There we go. There we go. Alright. Ugh. This one's going to be the not fun one. So I guess what I could do, no. Nope. Oh, that's almost. See, so the cabinet starts popping up right there. Yeah. For some reason, you know, it's all uneven. Oh, well, look at that. I would have never thought that, but there we go. It's the odds are in our favor today. I'd like to say that I planned it that way. Maybe I did. Your subconscious is always doing things. So sometimes listen to it. Alright. Make sure it's lined up. Now, I really don't want to ruin this piece because it's the perfect fitting piece, so I want to make sure that I get it right. And all right. Ta-da! It actually looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, and I do have that little place in the pack, so the little back. So this is the piece of stickwood, and I guess that's what you can use the broken pieces for, fill in areas that don't exactly fit. And the reason that this was an odd area is for some reason the window, where the window is, there's a ledge right here, and it kind of pops backwards. And it's about a thumb length. Actually, I don't know why I said thumb length. It's a thumbnail length too far. So let's do a little finagling here using the other tools I said you would need. The ruler just to keep the line straight, so it's about a thumbnail length. And if it's a little too much, then that's fine, because as you can see, we basically have gaps in between that seem to be kind of built into the whole scenario. So I don't know if you can see this, but I just kind of drew a line. Using the other stickwood as like a thing to hold it. Get my handy dandy little hacksaw. Cut it down. All right. Do the other side. guess it's probably easier if you have a vise or something to hold it steady, but this works too. Alright. See how easy that was to cut? Climb back up. Let's see. Nothing broke. That was just the hacksaw. Ah! Perfect. Is it? Sorta. And there's a little tip right here on the end of this that I'm gonna have to. Oh, my hacksaw did break. I think it just snapped off. I mean, they always say you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So it just goes right back together. See? It goes right back together. Easy peasy. Alright. Should be just what we need. Yep. Perfect. Perfecto. So I get to do the ta-da again. 2 ta-das. Ta-da! And that was Stikwood. Actually really happy with the results. I think that looks really good. It actually feels a lot closer and more intimate, which I guess is probably one of the goals, but it definitely, yeah, actually might want to do that wall behind there. Maybe I have enough to cut it down. Who knows? But anyway, that was Stikwood. I hope you found this educational and fun. And shoot me a comment, any questions, concerns, anything you have, or any critiques. I am happy to take all criticisms, maybe. Depends on how critical you actually are. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.